In this video, you will get acquainted with Ielts listening and some frequently asked questions about Ielts. So the listening test is the first part of the exam. The test lasts 30 minutes and you have 10 minutes extra to transfer the answers from the question booklet to your answer sheet. There are 4 sections, each section has 10 questions. The sections become more difficult, with section 4 being the most difficult. Remember, the audio is played only once, so it's very important to be attentive. However, you will be given time to read the questions before you listen and to check after you listen. So now let's learn more about each section. Section 1. This is a conversation between 2 speakers in which one speaker is asking for information from the other speaker. Often conversations in this section involve one speaker doing everyday activities such as registering for a course or renting an apartment. The topics of this section are of general interest and are not related to academic topics. Actually, this section is the easiest of the 4 sections because you are asked to listen for basic information such as names, numbers, dates and locations. So make sure that you don't make any mistakes if you want to achieve a good score. Section 2. Section 2 is a monologue, which means there's only one main speaker. A second speaker may ask 1 or 2 questions from the main speaker. The topics are of general interest such as cooking, nature and animals, weekend activities, travel and health. You don't need any special knowledge to understand topics in this section. Section 3 of the Ielts listening module involves 2 to 4 people discussing an academic topic. This section requires more careful attention to the conversation or argument being expressed because of the academic topic. You could hear conversations based on following themes: 2 students discussing their preparation for a presentation, or a group of university representatives discussing improvements to be made at a university, a professor discussing a student scientific project, and so on. Section 4. This could be a lecture or talk by one speaker on an academic or study-related topic. This means that you listen to a person giving a lecture, a talk, etc. The focus is on listening to the main idea, specific factual information, attitude and speaker's opinions. Section 4 is considered to be the most difficult because there is no pause in the recording like in the previous sections. However, the skills you need to master are similar to the previous sections. So now let's look at some commonly asked questions about Ielts listening. Do I need to use a pen or pencil? It's very important that you use a pencil when you write your answers on the answer sheet. You're not allowed to use a pen. What kind of accents will I hear in the listening test? Is it going to be only British? You will hear a variety of accents apart from British. You will also hear Irish, American, New Zealand, Australian, Canadian, Indian, South African, and other accents. Can I lose marks if I make spelling mistakes? Yes, you can lose marks if you make serious mistakes in spelling, but at times the examiner can overlook certain minor mistakes. Do I need to use articles when I write my answers? If you're completing a sentence and if it requires a definite or indefinite article, then it's important to use them. However, it's not important to use articles when you're filling in a form, table or a diagram, because grammar is not important there. How can I improve my listening skills and achieve a high score? To achieve a higher score, it's important to be familiar with different accents. This could be done by watching different English news channels such as BBC, CNN and different talk shows. However, to master listening skills, you should do Ielts practice tests. This will be done in our course program. So now you know all about Ielts listening. Remember,
Yeah!